versatility of it all.
Yeah, honestly.
Is the best part.
And again, we have not seen Grief yet, so we're doing great right now.
Yeah. Both players are just shuffling up right now. They're going to resolve some mulligans probably, decide who goes first, and then we'll get ready to go. But, for those that are just joining right at the beginning of round 4, enter the battlefield. We're here in Newmarket, right? We are at Davis and Yonge Street, across from the mall, you know where that is, in Ontario, Canada, right? So we're excited to be here. We're looking forward to, more legacy events all throughout the north, right? If it's Toronto, if it's Newmarket, if it's Mississauga, if it's Waterloo, anywhere, Buffalo, right? These upcoming tournaments too. So we're looking forward to all of the different types of legacy that we have, and we're thankful that we're still able to have this, even with some of the maybe the meta pieces that we've talked about today.
Yes, again, we haven't seen Grief, so good grief, it hasn't happened yet, right? Knock on wood. So we currently have the matchup between Stephen Liao and Drake Honus?
We'll go with that.
Right? So Stephen is on. It looks like we're on some sort of an Eldrazi list.
Yeah.
There's a spicy one that we haven't seen yet, so we'll read through that when it pops up.
I like it.
Versus, I want to say Painter.
It looks like Painter.
Looks like a Painter, yeah. Mono
Painter
red
deck.
Painter. No black and no Bowmasters. So we'll see what happens here.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Painter's on the play.
Wow. Okay. Threatening to die next year.
Yeah, that's it. And then he goes 2 tombs and a grindstone. And dead.
Yeah.
Right. So here we are. On the left is Painter. As we can tell, it is calling blue.
That's nice. I haven't seen that way of being able to describe
the color that we're on.
Yeah, the color that we're on. I think
like
it's
it too.
Sweet.
So there is a blue creature in
Wasteland.
Steven's deck, not desk. Hope Ender Kodal.
Ooh, haven't heard this one before.
It has flash. It's 3 mana, 2 cards, and a blue. When you cast the spell, counter target spell an opponent controls unless they pay 1. So it's a flying daze with flash
That's
for
sweet.
3. Not bad. Is it 2 of?
Mm-hmm.
The rest is very much, I would say, stock for the Eldrazi list that we saw previous. Let's see, anything else out of the ordinary?
No. So the Painter deck, what is it kind of trying to do? We see this random 1/1 that comes out, and it names the color blue, right? What is it doing here?
So there's 2 things that it's doing. It's actually 3 things. It's painting all the colors, all the cards in the deck, in the hand, in exile, the graveyard, a certain color. So that color is chosen as this card is coming into play. In this case, it's blue. And if you're new to Legacy, there's cards called Pyroblast and Red Elemental Blast, which are 1 mana red spells that destroy target blue permanents or counter target spell if it is blue. That's
everything.
Exactly. Everything that is, once it's blue, you can basically blow anything up and counter any spell.
Oh, Heaven Soul's got to be pretty good with that, I feel.
Oh yeah, especially yes. It's twofold that you can surely spell can't be countered, but it is a certain color, so you can always blast it when it comes down on the backside. Mm-hmm. But yes, Cavern does do that for this. But also a combo in this Painter Servant deck with Grindstone.
Oh.
Grindstone says, put the top 2 cards of target player's library into that player's graveyard. Here we go, we're already exiling stuff on the stack, I hope here.
This is one of our new ones here. Our new Eldrazi from one of our new Modern Horizons set. We actually saw this working out earlier, this Battle Mage, right? The Wastegate Battle Mage getting kicked as well to exile Painter Servant. So get rid of that, send it to exile, don't kill me.
So it doesn't even matter what Painter Servant is doing now, because now it's an exile. But Grindstone is the card that if the 2 milled cards are the same color, you repeat the process. So if the whole deck is blue, you mill your opponent's deck out when it resolves.
That's pretty good, I have to say.
Yep, I would say so too, yeah.
And could happen as early as what, turn 2?
Technically, if you're turbo with it, yeah, technically you could, exactly. So Urza Saga is also a great addition because you get to find Grindstones and play less of them now. And you also get a package of a bunch of 1/1s, or 1/ofs that are 1 mana artifacts, like Soul Guide Lantern, Pithy Needle, and the like.
So these constructs, 4/4s, they're getting pretty beefy, I have to say. This Battle Mage isn't really gonna, be able to tussle too much with them. Oh, is it an artifact land?
That's an artifact land, yeah.
So they're a bit bigger than, they're 5/5s out.
Yeah, there we go.
Heading for 5. Hiya.
Down to 13 already.
13. There's a lot of pressure here. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of these construct tokens is that they grow. They've been around the block for a good number of years now, with Urza Saga being printed in 2021, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Right. So here's another piece of this particular painter deck that
Ooh, that's good.
It lets you swap an artifact in the graveyard and in play on the same side of the board. So if Drake has a land and let's say Mox Opal in the graveyard, he could switch the land and the Mox Opal with Goblin Welder.
That's pretty good.
Right? Or if there's a Painter Servant in the yard and a Grindstone, you can activate Grindstone in response and flash Painter back in or flip Painter back in with Welder and proceed to kill your opponent because you put Painter into play for blue or any color.
That's good. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing that this Painter was exiled compared to Graveyard, especially with this Welder, because then he's kind of dead on two fronts almost, right?
Yes, exactly.
I guess it does depend too what Drake has in his hand, because he is threatening that Grindstone kind of combo that you were mentioning, right?
Already.
And we'll see what Eldrazi player kind of does here. Okay, that's
our Myco spawn.
It looks like he's
just
kicking
doing
it too, or
doesn't look like he's kicking it. No, he's just searching for a land here.
Yeah.
So let's see. Is Steven on the Wasteland plan? He is.
Okay, that's good.
He is, which is awesome to see. In case that one gets graved. I like it.
Constructs will shrink a bit. They're still pretty big though, right?
Yep.
Still what, 4/4s?
Yep, still 4/4s at this point.
This one is.
I mean, it's pretty. So far, so good. Back and forth. I'm enjoying this. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
This is good gameplay. So now it's good to know that the Painter Servant is in the exile, not the graveyard. So we cannot do the swap plan that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But at this point, Drake has no mana, so it's a little hard to activate Grindstone when you have no mana.
Yeah, no mana. Can't gets the
Basic
mountain.
Yeah.
Basic mountain. Everything. Still has kind of a dead card in hand, right?
So yes,
Pyroblast, but
yeah, these Pyroblasts are kind of dead, but he does have one Brea's Apprentice, which is also in his hand, which is a bit of an interesting one that's good for flopping back and forth with Apprentice, with Welder. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact with flying.
Wow.
Then you can tap Brea's Apprentice and sacrifice an artifact. Choose one. Exile top card of your library. You may play that card until your next turn. And target creature gets +2/+0 to end of turn. So
that's pretty good.
I think it makes a Thopter that can block stuff, like maybe a Merit Lodge if you're under the pressure for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we did weld in the Grindstone
into the land.
Yeah, which is okay. And now he's gonna crack to draw.
Exile that Wasteland.
Yeah, get rid of it. I think he's gonna play the basic mountain and maybe another Welder at this point, just to get the board state going. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it does take away one of his pieces for how big his constructs are, but I don't think he's really worried about that. He's just wanting to progress his board state.
Yeah, I agree.
And then kind of go from there. It looks like a Kozilek's Command in his hand there. He's got tons of mana, that's for sure, but not looking for too much. I don't know if he's just got 100 lands in his hand. Honest goodness, it almost looks like it.
I think I see a forest in the hand. Yeah,
it's the full
yeah,
text
I was
forest.
just going to say it's the full text forest, yeah.
Oh, this card.
Yes, here we go. Flush Raker's back.
Flush Raker is a good card.
Yeah, this card is seeing lots of play. We've seen it 3 times today so far. This thing is very good.
Yeah, whenever you cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1, right? So you're making one of our Eldrazi spawn, and then whenever this colorless creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Yes.
So you cast a colorless spell, you make a dude, you deal 1. Pretty good.
Yeah, no, this is a very good card. Okay, so we're doing the swap. He's targeting the Grindstone or the Soul Guide.
Looks like the Soul Guide Lantern.
Yeah.
It does matter because he does have the Kozilek. Not that he knows about that piece, right? Because he can exile. And it looks like he's just looking for cards right now. Drake is.
Yeah, we need some. I mean, it seemed like the Painter deck had a good start, and now it's just kind of going by it's kind of getting a little bit out of hand here because the Eldrazi deck is getting more creatures in play that are big enough to block these constructs. Because now they're only 2/2s at this point. So most of the Eldrazi's are 3/3s, 2/2s. The Myco spawns are 3/3. So I mean, they're pretty beefy Eldrazi creatures.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Drake's going to try to close this out sooner, right? Like yes, he's drawing this extra card, right, from flipping the Soul Guy, but he's slowly starting to lose board presence here.
Yeah.
Right? What is he going to
I think we're swapping. We're swapping artifacts again. Yeah, we're starting to bolt ourselves.
I think.
Or like killing our creatures. Oh, he's going to K command in response? Nope. Okay, we're not.
Maybe not. I think they're just talking about timing kind
No,
of
he's
pieces,
saying okay.
right?
I think Steven's thinking about the Kozilek's command on the graveyard.
Yeah.
Because this is starting to get out of hand. Oh, an engineer. Okay. Putting a painter in the yard. Yeah, this is going to hurt because if he puts a painter in the yard, Steven's just going to K command the graveyard here.
Really good patience, too, right? Because it has the K command right, is just kind of waiting.
Yep.
And Painter, yes, both Painter and Grindstone may be in there with 2 welders. That's great, but, it's not going to matter too much from the piece. Yeah, exile up to X cards from a graveyard.
Yeah.
So he might just do that on his turn, right? Like, yes, you could do it in response to the welder, but...
Well, I think Eye of Ugin would reduce the mana cost too, which is actually pretty sweet. Yeah, because K command is a Eldrazi spell.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. You was right.
What
I know.
the heck?
Yeah, so he has
I
4.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So Eye of Ugin and Eldrazi Temple makes you have X's too. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. Modern Horizons cards
I know.
having an effect.
Yes.
I love it.
And the name change too, because we went from Tribal Instant to now Kindred Instant as well too. As a little side note there. So this is a Kindred
I actually didn't know
Instant.
that either.
Yeah, they changed that because of the politically correctness. Right?
That's fair.
It's all
That's
good.
fair.
All good.
We're
Again, just
inclusive
change it
here.
up.
Okay.
Exactly.
He's just saying get rid of 2 things.
Okay,
He's
so-
going to...
Well, he gets to choose 2, so he's going to get rid of. Maybe he gets rid of everything 2 CMC or less, like the 2 that he wants, and then he gets rid of 2 cards in the graveyard, which is Grindstone and Painter. Yes, those are the choices. Man, K command is the new K command, not Colgan's command.
Yeah.
Is doing work. He's
He's
scrying.
scrying,
Okay, so
scrying and drawing.
he's deciding not to wipe the board here or hurt the board.
Yeah.
And he gets to make a spawn. Got to keep us in point. Just like
And
round
deals
1.
the damage.
Yeah, and round 1, like we forgot about the
Yeah.
spawn.
Yeah. We will not call a judge for that
Yeah,
piece.
yeah. Wait, did he make a spawn? He didn't make a spawn. Oh no. Is
I
it
don't
creature? I keep forgetting how this thing works. Is it only creature? Oh,
When you cast
colorless spell. Yeah. So he should have got the.
Maybe
Yep,
he
there we
did
go.
do it? I don't know.
Oh. Okay. We'll see what happens here.
Ultras.
We'll get our floor runner to give him a spawn. Okay, so we have Eldrazi. That is
Oh, this is
that I've heard of that land. Oh, no, it's not Cavern. Is it?
I play this in Goblin sometimes. You can use activated abilities, right? Secluded Courtyard. So you name Eldrazi. It's not Cavern of Souls, right? But it has almost like the piece of it, so you can cast a creature spell with that mana, or use activated abilities of the chosen type.
Interesting.
So just another way to get those colors right, especially with these kicker costs of
Yep.
Eldrazi, right? So it's not just Cavern of Souls or a basic, right? You can have it. So he's running a 4 of, which is actually quite interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
get rid of that. Those 3 cards are literally almost dead.
Yeah, this is
2
at this
welders
point,
and
yeah.
a pyro.
No, he's got nothing going on at this point. Oh.
Yeah, so he's remembering the trigger here now, right? Make a spawn, deal damage.
Yeah, I think he's missing one from the previous thing too, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well,
One fun thing is this new Hope Ender Quaddle
yeah, this is interesting.
is if it is played, yes, it's a blue spell, but it's devoid. So the what's it called? The Pyroblast doesn't even do anything to it.
You cannot counter
It's
the
not
spell.
blue. It's
Yep.
not blue.
Yep. Yeah, that's the beauty of these devoid decks too, is that they can't be targeted with those like Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast effects. But the only problem is if they, of course, Painter, then everything is that particular color. So it is what it is. That's how it goes.
He's
so,
pushing.
He
pushing
is.
damage.
Yeah, he wants to get across here. So if that heralds the end is colorless spells you cast with mana 7 or greater cost 1 less to cast. And all the colorless creatures you control get +1/+1. So it's a colorless.
It's a Lord.
Colorless Lord. Yeah, very interesting.
Does he have any 7 or greater
In this build,
spells?
I do not
no,
think
I
so.
don't think
No,
so. It's just the more aggro version,
Yeah.
right? So
it's just the 2/2 Lord, right?
I think Drake might be dead here. And
It's looking like here it is. So the
Yeah.
game is over.
it's looking like Drake's house. He was flooded. And, yep, he's scooping up right now. So, for those who don't know, maybe not in the area, last weekend we got a ton of rain in southern Ontario. And Drake's house, the Drake, the singer, not this Drake that's playing Magic. Maybe it is the same Drake that's the
Maybe.
cover. Honestly, don't know. And here we are at Enter the Battlefield with the real Drake. His house got flooded. He posted on X, or formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
So into the game 2.
Into sideboarding.
Eldrazi getting there. I think some great pieces kept down that Painter and killed him. Bang.
Yeah, that's basically
In a
what you
game.
got to do. You have to aggro out, right? So I think for the sideboards, we'll start with the Painter side. I think what's coming in is Blood Moon.
Yep.
You might have a case for Fury, but there's not really enough things that are 2 power that are really worth 2 for 1-ing. So you might just get like a 3/3 or a 4/4 off of one Fury, which kind of is a bit of a feel bad.
Yeah.
Leyland does nothing. Magus of the Moon's probably going to come in.
Yeah.
Painting Needle might come in on Wasteland because you saw it from your opponent.
Yep.
Unlicensed Hurt doesn't do a whole lot. So we're probably looking at Magus of the Moon, Pithing Needle, maybe Fury, and the Blood Moon. That's what I'm thinking. And maybe the Ensnaring Bridge, because I didn't see a Karn.
No,
There's
there's no
cards.
Karn. There's no way to search for it, right? Like, get that kind of sideboard package.
Yes.
He does have one Ensnaring Bridge in the main, so yeah, probably bring in the second, right? Slow him down, try to just be empty-handed, because he was pretty low there, Drake.
Yep.
And then looking at our other sideboard here, Dismembers definitely for the Painter kind of piece, right? Flute? I'd say Flute maybe too, right?
Yeah,
like, it kind of does its...
yeah, I would say Flute. You can call Grindstone. You can call Urza Saga. You can call and the Grindstone. Geez, I mean,
you can call a lot of different pieces, right?
Engineer, Welder, all these things you can call, right? There's some pretty good pieces to call when it comes to Flute,
and
right?
then I'm wondering, and on a license first, I think too here, right? So those are kind of the main things that I'm thinking I'm bringing in within it. Unlicensed Hearse, right? Can start getting rid of that graveyard. We saw the Goblin Welders really trying to like utilize that graveyard, but you also just make Unlicensed Hearse massive too. So it'll be good, right? You can crew it up, right? When it's an 8/8, quote unquote, for all the exiled cards with your little 2/2 potentially, and then just start swinging in for mad damage. So
so
be good.
No Leyline, no Frame Macabre, no Thorn, no Unlicensed Hearsts.
Yeah, and it looking like, because we just saw his sideboard there, it looks like yes they were in, and it looks like Dismembers and Flutes were put in too.
Oh, and the Hearse too.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yes.
Hearse
There
too,
we go. Sorry, I see the Hearse there. Yes. Yeah, it makes sense because he is graveyard based with the Welders and stuff like that. So we shall see how this goes.
For the Voids, I don't think, right?
No.
Like to warrant those.
No,
so.
that's more for like if you're on the draw against Scaminator or some kind of combo heavy deck like Storm or something that maybe uses the graveyard, then you go for the ley line. But other than that, I think you're okay with just fluting, dismembering, and hearsing. Because again, a slow burn with the hearse should be good enough.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's fun, like just looking at these, sideboards for Leyline of Voids for both players, and kind of goes back to that meta piece of Grief, the Grief Reanimator list, right?
People are. I mean, again, the Painter deck has a main deck hearse, right? So they're nodding to the fact, and the Soul Guide Lantern, of course.
Yeah.
So they're nodding to the fact that those decks are in the room somewhere.
They're hiding.
That want to play against, right?
I don't know if there's any in the top 8 or like the 3-0 lists right now. I want to say there is. There's got to be. There's got to be at least one, but there's about 3 lists that we can't see.
Yes, that's true.
3 or 4
we're
lists.
We're not exactly sure.
But we'll see. There's some moments.
There might be one. There might be one at table 2 here, but we'll see when it comes up later in the game here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Painter is on the play.
That feels good for Painter being on the play.
I think so too.
Last time both players kind of just did, Painter was played turn 1, right? So that was good, but it still didn't pan out for him. Hoping for an explosive start, I bet. It'll be interesting to see what our Eldrazi player keeps, right? You want some type of removal disruption, right, on, what Painter may try to do. They're definitely not sideboarding out of the full combo piece.
No, definitely not.
That's like what you always do, basically.
I mean, your best bet is if you go for the Saga plan, at least you can beat down with those, but it seems like the Saga plan is not quick enough against these 3/3s and 2/2s and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely again, you have to concede to it. You have to just try to go fast on the combo. Hope your opponent doesn't have the Kozilek's command, the hearse, and the like. So
that Kozilek's command hitting the graveyard, that was wild. It's like, both Painter and the Grindstone were in the graveyard, and he doesn't care, right?
Yep.
And being Eldrazi with Eye of Ugin, I still can't get over that.
Yeah, that makes it so it's just free to, if you have a temple, you just go for X's too, you know what I mean? So, okay, so I think I see the bridge in the opening hand there.
2 Simian Spirit Guides.
And a petal.
Hey, do you just double Simian Spirit Guide land? Ensnaring Bridge, hope you
and
win.
then petal. I mean, again, the opponent has to have the green mana for the kicker of the Battle Mage to exile the bridge there.
Yeah, you could just lose from that.
Yeah,
that's the thing too,
you could.
right?
That too, because you're losing 4 cards in that particular sense.
Yeah.
And they have to go like Lotus Petal. They'd have to go Lotus Petal into an Eldrazi Temple to be able to get rid of your what's it called there? Bridge.
Yeah, your bridge. I think he's keeping it. We'll see what he does. Turn 1 first if he has. Can't tell what else. Ancient Tomb looks like Eye of Ugin. And then 2 creatures, can't tell what they are there.
Okay, so Mountain
Mountain
Pass.
go. What a great start. Looking like Burn here.
I know, it's like, yeah, or goblins.
Yeah,
Could be
goblins.
goblins with a vial, you know, hanging out. Ooh, Mox Diamond.
Mox Diamond?
Just want to pump out these guys.
Why not, right?
Well, because you can make, Mox Diamond only makes color, right? It doesn't make colorless.
Yeah, color.
So you can't play, oh man, turn 1 Fleshraker, that's just like, this deck is crazy.
Good. I love it.
This deck is crazy.
Fleshraker. I feel like we've seen so much of it too. This guy just
oh, yeah,
stole our
definitely.
Computer.
We have no more deck lists. No,
Yeah,
I'm
we
kidding,
have
it's
no more
fine.
deck list.
We're good.
That's okay.
We'll survive.
We've memorized the whole deck list.
Yes,
Trust me.
Fleshrakers, painters, all this jazz.
Okay, Painter.
Okay, so this is a good equal start, I would say. Each player is doing their thing. But now we'll see what comes out of, okay, Petal as well.
Go. He has the colored mana if he has the creature in hand to just get rid of this Painter and exile it, and then he's going to have to, if he has it. I don't know if he does. I can't tell.
I think I see the Michael Spawn in the hand there.
Maybe just play that, get rid of Urza Saga.
That is true. He could get rid of the enchantment as a Versa Saga because it is an enchantment. We will see. Does he have the K command in his hand there?
I don't know.
Or does he just have the kicker? Okay, so he can.
Kicker
he is kicking it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
trigger,
it's
so cast trigger, make a dude, deal damage.
So these aren't cast triggers, so
Yeah.
you can't counter the cast trigger
Get your land.
with a Pyroblast.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Get the Wasteland.
The
Yeah,
fact
that's
that's a thing.
nutty.
That's crazy. Yeah, but I don't think he has the.
No, so he didn't
Yeah.
kick. He just. So I think it's 4 mana. This Fleshraker, this Michael Spawn.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
4.
Thank God it's 4, right? At least off a
imagine?
temple. No,
Oh
God,
my goodness.
it'd be crazy if it was more than that. So
Things
we have
would
a
be
draw.
wild.
We have a draw step. We're gonna see.
Can't get the grindstone now
I
from
think-
the Urza Saga. Of course.
No, you cannot. I think your best line. I'm not sure what's in the hand, but your opponent's tapped out. Sorry, they do have 1 mana from the spawn, but they're essentially tapped out. They can't K command for only 1x.
Huh. We'll see what kind of is the next play here for Painter. They're really reading this, seeing okay,
Yeah, he's
what's
like got
gonna
nice
happen.
mana.
They can pyroblast something here. I think they do have
could.
that in their hand. Try to get rid of this flesh. Oh,
Okay, so there's the grindstone that I was thinking about. So if opponent plays Tomb,
give him a thumbs up.
he wins. Unless, do we miss a regular an
Oh, he's double
Eldrazi?
Simeon Sphere guide.
So he wins if he decides to activate. Let's see if he activates.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
In response.
Here we go. Is he gonna do it? Does he think his
Here we
opponent
go.
has no draw? Oh no! Wait,
Okay, never mind. It was only one.
Oh,
I thought it was double
two.
Simeon Sphere guide. Okay, I got really hyped there for a moment.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
We're good.
Getting the hypeness for nothing.
Part of the fun.
Oh. Okay, still threatening any mana, and
Yep.
he's dead.
Yeah.
So-
Well, a tomb would be a nail in the coffin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I see another Fleshraker
Yep. And a Thought Knot
and a
here.
Thought Knot. So he should. I mean, there's no point of really Thought Knotting. There might be actually to get information, but he only has 1 card in hand, so it could probably be a land. Or did he play a land?
No, he did not
Drake
play.
did not play a land.
Okay, get him for 3. Does not block. Good decision.
Good decision. Exactly. Good choice.
Yeah, good choice
Yeah.
for not blocking.
Okay, here's Thought Knot. We're all gonna see. Ooh, it's the bridge. I forgot
Okay.
about that. Yes.
Get rid of that.
Okay, bridge is gone. So now it's clear.
I think he's just hoping that there's no, no mana. Yeah, it just
Okay,
passes.
it's passing, no problem. Okay. Oh, and
The
that
game's
is the
over.
game. Yeah, activate. Perfect. Look at that. That's honestly, that's what Painter has to do in this game.
Yeah.
Is just get to the combo ASAP because your opponent has no Gaia's Blessing or Eldrazi of their own or anything that will shuffle in. So it's just the smoothest way to do it is do it as fast as you possibly can.
Get
And
in
then,
there.
and then
Look at
there we
that.
saw it.
And for those who may know or not know, right, and we kind of talked about it before, right, everything's blue, you target your opponent, they keep milling until they basically don't hit a blue card, but they mill their entire deck, they go to their upkeep, they draw, they lose.
Because everything
So-
is blue, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
So-
So that's it. Going to game 3, and now Eldrazi on the play. I mean, I think Eldrazi just wants to have try to get a fast hand, be explosive, and just again put the pressure on.
Absolutely.
Maybe a hearse in the turn 1 if they start
Yeah,
welding. But
that'd be
again,
nice.
it is turn 1, so anything to do with. I think we lost some garbage bags in the ceiling there. Because we have some bright lights.
Bright lights came down.
Bright lights. No, it's got super bright on the camera, but we're good.
Oh, it looks like, is it adjusting or no?
Oh, it's trying. Maybe it was just maybe the camera got a little wonky.
I don't know.
Again, let's see.
Maybe
Moment
it's
of truth.
dying.
We're in a different room, so we're just taking speculations and having some fun with this one. Did somebody jump on the ceiling?
Yeah, what's
Somebody pull
happening?
down the garbage bag?
Yeah. What's happening here? So for those who are tuning in now, tell us where you're from, right? If you're in the chat right now, if you're watching this later, make sure to kind of follow the pieces that are happening, right? Enter the Battlefield, Newmarket, Ontario, Canada. Legacy of the North, kind of big piece of Legacy all throughout this area, right? Tournaments coming up. It's a league as well, kind of similar to Star City back in the day. So everyone's playing for some points here too. So it's fun. It's a good time, right? 66 players out here for our 6K, which is pretty crazy, right? And 6 rounds of Magic, and we're in round 4 here.
Round 4,
right?
and we're going to game 3 already, which is this is speed Magic, I would say.
Mm-hmm. It seems like even for this, we're running pretty well, I'd say, on time. It's 3:22 our time EST. Started around 12.
About 11:15 it should have been, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
11:15, 11:20 maybe. Yeah, so I think we're doing pretty well. And we had a pizza break for lunch.
Yes, that's right. We did have that 30-minute pizza break, which was great.
Yeah, so they're having a good. Everyone's loving that.
That's good stuff.
Right.
So just resolving some more mulligans. Probably doesn't like what he has to see. Not fast enough. No disruption for if there's an early painter or anything like that. It's important to make sure that those pieces are dealt with if they come out. Oh, is this the prizing?
Oh, we get to see we get sneak peek prizing
Can we
to see what's
this?
happening here.
What's that do? What's that? Okay, I can't see it anymore.
Again, no.
I saw 900.
Oh, wow. First place,
I could get
900.
an
Let's go.
underwear.
Let's go. Oh, we're back to the deck list. That's okay.
That's okay.
Okay, we're still. So we both mulligans?
Our
believe
result
so.
player is mulligan, I think.
I think
Once
this
or
is.
twice.
We're gonna double check. What we should tell them is, hey, put a die on the table so we know how many cards you've
Yes.
put away at this point.
That's right. The experienced people under the camera will always do that, I feel.
Exactly.
I'm kidding. Both these players, I think, have been under it before. So,
Just a quick thing, on the chat there. I know that was an hour ago now, but Sia is the ETB shark, 100% hands down.
Mm-hmm.
He's. But I do love playing against him too, 100%. Again, strong player. He's the nemesis of ETB. Hopefully, he can make his rankings up there. We'll have to double check the stats.
I feel like he's in there, but I'm not 100%
Oh, for sure. For sure
right?
he is.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah.
legacy, because he's always coming out to the Wednesday nights here. I think the Sundays he tries to get out too. I usually try to come to the Sundays, which don't work for many, but
Nope, that's all good. It's part of the fun. Yeah, so Sia, as of Thursday of last week, was 11th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I can read this properly.
Let's
Yeah.
go Sia.
So he's doing really good. He's doing very good.
I'm
Right.
Mugen,
So,
go.
here we go.
Make my
Back to the game.
K command cost less. Okay, the City of Traders, Ancient Tomb Painter.
Here we go.
Oh
Go
my goodness.
Make the combo as fast as you can.
This is terrifying and has a bunch of cards in hand too.
Off an Iron Ugin pass too. Yeah, I mean that doesn't seem like the swiftest hand, but maybe he's building up. There's a Flesh Raker, which is pretty solid.
Doesn't help you if there's a grindstone.
Yeah, if you want, did we see a grindstone yet or not yet?
No, not
we
yet.
don't
We're
know yet.
unsure what's in hand. Okay, get your colored. Yep, discard secluded.
So we have 5 mana for Eldrazi spells, 3 for regular spells.
So he can
He can't
get the
kick.
Wasteland, right?
Oh man, if he kicks this is going to be amazing.
So 1, 2, cast this. He has the
Oh
green
wait,
for it.
he needs the green for the casting cost.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So he. Yeah, he has 2 Thought-Knot Seers in hand. Get the Wasteland. Wasteland him? Does it come into the battlefield on tap?
Yep, untap 2. Yep.
Oh, great. Perfect. Fair. Balanced. Modern Horizons. Let's go.
So he gets the land.
Okay. Probably, yeah. Instantly Wasteland. Get rid of that. Helps him out a bit. I'd say a lot, actually.
Yeah, I would say so too. Because now, because that was a tomb. Because tomb with Tomb with a Lotus Petal with a Grindstone is game 2. So not that same turn cycle, but having a Tomb in play just expedites the combo going off.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, there's been a concession because Urza Saga is a card that people are playing less Grindstones. But when you want to just turbo into Grindstone Painter, sometimes you just need to get like that 3rd or 4th Grindstone in your deck. So I'm wondering if there's a bit of a concession to actually maybe put 1 extra in the board. It may not be the best thing, but just so you can draw it and have it.
That's fair.
Right? Because if you want to just go, because your opponent has no interaction for it, like no Null Rod, no Karn, just push it as fast as you possibly can, right? But again, that's the old days of Grindstone where you don't need to...
just tutor it.
Now you can tutor them. Now you have 6 copies technically with Urza Saga.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like, too, within what we've seen a lot of Wasteland decks we've seen today, right?
Yep.
Like, a lot of this kind of land hate, and even within this Eldrazi, right? With this, our little bug here, a Mycosynth spawn, right? Like, not a bug, I should say, our fungus.
Yeah, fungus, yeah, exactly.
Like, the ability to just destroy a land, right, is huge.
Yeah, no, 100%. So now Drake is deep in the tank. I wonder if he's starting from the bottom.
And now he's here.
Yeah.
Wonder, what are you thinking is Drake right now? Like, what are you're just trying to combo, I guess, right?
I mean, at this point, you just want to reach the Ancient Tomb and Grindstone as fast as possible. Because right now he's staring down 5 damage plus the next colorless creature comes to play is 6. So he would go to a virtual 12 right now. If he plays Tomb, he'd go to 10.
There's your Tomb.
So he has to decide. I mean, he has to get the Grindstone out there, I think, and has to hope his opponent doesn't have any way to answer
Did he have
it.
the Grindstone? That'd be hilarious.
He does.
He
Yeah,
did.
that's why. I think you have to mull for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Steven's best draw is probably a Fury on the Flesh. Yeah.
Yeah. Respects it.
Yep.
I think that's fair. Second Grindstone.
That's pretty sweet.
Okay, does he have the land in hand? I don't think he did.
Come on, show us Drake. Oh, he has the mountain. So if he gets rid of the Painter, so Steven's best draw is K Command because he can exile the Painter's Servant.
Doesn't block. Another great decision.
Yep. No need
2
for
mana.
blocking.
Thought Knots here.
Oh, okay. So he sees the land. He's like, I'm dead.
Game.
Yeah, unless he has an answer. Yeah, GG's. That's it. That's the end of the game there. So Painter's Servant Grindstone getting the job done.
Well played, everybody. Wow, that was
Exciting.
That was good. Like Mycosynth spawn
Yeah.
doing what it needed to when it did because he would have been dead no matter what,
Yep.
right? But having the mana, right? Having the other ancient
That's why I
too,
think just
so
you
good.
have to be, especially after watching game 1, you have to be as fast as possible. And the only way to do that is to just have the grind. Like those are the 2 grindstones in his deck, and he had both of them in his hand somehow. Like he drew them at some point, but he had them. So I mean, like it was good to go, right?
Oh,
yeah.
amazing.
I know. Again, that was round 4. We're doing good.
Round 4 of 6
Yeah.
at our 66-player 3K Legacy event in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada, and Enter the Battlefield.
I love it. I mean, all these things, There's a great selection. There's Black Lotuses in the showcase right now. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're not here.
Oh.
You should be here looking at the Black Lotuses. They're beautiful to look at. Maybe we'll ask Chris to see if we can fan him in front of the camera too. Right?
I don't even know if I'd want to touch them.
Nah,
I
okay.
had pizza. We had free pizza.
That's true. Okay, well, how about this?
earlier?
We'll ask for some gloves. We'll wash our hands, gloves, and then
be
we'll show
shaking.
them. Right? Be shaky. Yeah. We'll just make sure Chris takes them away if we start taking too much.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So,
it.
but we're doing really good for time. We're doing good for speed. Legacy can be a fast format. It can be a slow format. It really depends on what's going on.
The versatility of it all.
Yeah, honestly.
is the best part.
And again, we have not seen Grief yet, so we're doing great right now.
Yeah.